Hello, my name is Johnny. Welcome to another awesome toys, awesome classic collectible toys. This is from the 1970s, and this is the comic book adventure for the Capture Copter adventure. If you'd like, please subscribe, hit that notification bell, like, reply, and share. Each of the larger adventures came with a comic book in this form, with panels and artwork and a story. This is the Capture Copter from 1976, a rarer late addition to the vehicle lineup for the adventure team. There's a picture of the later team that they were pushing. Eagle-Eye GIJOE, the Intruders, Mike Power, the Atomic Man, and there's Bullet Man. And there's the advertisement for the Seawolf. That came out in 75. Join the adventure team and the Intruders. We'll look at the back page, and then we'll go to the front, and then look through the comic. Have a different adventure every day with G.I. Joe. They kept this artwork throughout, even though that's from the Breeches Buoy, which was from the 1960s with the military line and so forth. So this wasn't representative of that, but they kept it in the artwork. There they are. They changed their Hasbro logo to that adventure team, and then these are the late entries. Very rare, hard to get sets in orange boxes. Revenge of the Spy Shark, Black Widow Rendezvous, Skyhawk, Attack at Vulture Falls, Jaws of Death, Devil of the Deep, Skydive to Danger, Big Trapper, Capture Copter. And they were still doing the Secret of the Mummy's Tomb. They made that from the beginning to the end, from 70 all the way through 76 on the adventure team. And then the Seawolf. These were the big adventures, and a lot of them are vehicles. Let's take a look in here. Joining the club. I have the club magazine. They did it in two different versions. There it is, 76, the last year of the 12-inch G.I. Joe originally. Here's the comic. Read the thing. So it's going to feature the Intruders. There they are landing. They've got two different versions. I've done a video on one of them so far. I'm going to do another video on them in the future. Talk about the Eagle-Eye G.I. Joe. So they subtly, reference other members and teams and things to buy for this. And there are at the map table. Capture Copter. Ready, spanking new vehicle. Heavily armored. Mammoth capture claws. The one I have was not only mint in the box, it was sealed, but I got it a few decades ago when I first started collecting, so I opened it up and put it together and had it displayed for a long time. Now, if I had gotten a sealed one, I wouldn't have opened it up. Mint in box, sealed. Very, very, very collectible. Unused old store stocks, hard to find. And as we get decades away from when these built, or so much the harder, because they're just going to be in people's collections. There he is down there. Look at him. So it's kind of fun. So it gives an idea of what kids can do with it besides their own imagination. You got something fun to read, and you can kind of reenact the comic adventure here. I'm going slow enough, so hopefully you can read the captions. Don't take too long. Yeah, so people collect, the loose pieces and parts, and the comics are always hard to get, especially these later ones, and people collect these. You bleach your display and adventure. So this is kind of cool because I'm a big comic book collector, but I'm also a vintage toy collector, as well as other vintage items, specifically from the 1960s and 70s, and things from earlier times, especially when it comes to Christmas holiday. Yeah, and another thing about this late things, in 1975-76, the Marvel Comics advertised the Intruder. They had a one-page ad of a comic scene story for them, and they had the Atomic Man and Bullet Man, so they've got advertisements you can see in the Marvel Comics from the Bronze Age. Yeah, so this was a redo of the yellow helicopter molded in black, and then with all these added parts, really cool, the big pontoons and then the big grabber. So it looks really great. And then later in Action Man, they redid the black helicopter over there by Palitoy for their SAS line in the early 80s. Yeah, so I got him captured in that net. There he is. Dragged off for interrogation. The Intruder sends a threatening look in G.I. Joe's direction. So, yeah, so who knows? This was before they had, animated shows, cartoons for everything, because they didn't start with the cartoons for G.I. Joes until the early 80s when they'd shrunk them down for the little ones. Would have been cool to see cartoons featuring all this, especially when they went a little bit sci-fi with the aliens and so forth in the end time here instead of just adventure that they had earlier. So that would be cool. So they leave it open-ended with all these questions. Who are these strong men? From what world have they come from? So that leaves them up to the kids' imagination to what they want to do. All right, so that's a look at one of the comics, one of the rare comics. So if you're a G.I. Joe collector and you don't have that, there's a look through the whole thing. And of course, you can probably get one for your collection because they do come up from time to time. All righty. Thank you for watching.